Got an extra 5 seconds. Great. Cool. We'll just wait for it to run out. So again, I'm Josh Goldman from SecureWorks, and my presentation is help. I'm a DevOps engineer now. So ironically, a few months ago, my company decided to go into DevOps. So I found myself saying this over and over again. What do I do now? So the infomercial spiel is going to sound quite familiar to some of you. Are you suddenly thrust into a new position? Are you feeling scared? Are you lonely? Are you angry that you're in a new position? Well, guess what? You're probably in the right place. So probably. So a few months ago, our company decided, let's go DevOps, whatever that means. So we had a new team model. We have about 30 different operations, our development teams, and just a handful of operations folks to split amongst those teams. So what do we do now? Well, a couple of developers came over to me, and wrong slide. So just a brief history of me. I was an application support engineer for a while. I complained about the software. So what they did was they made me a reliability engineer over the course of a few years. So what was really weird was I gave these presentations at DevOpsDays about how to get DevOps into your company, and I didn't know what to do when it actually did happen, and it did happen at the beginning of this year. So kept talking about how DevOps would be great, and now that DevOps is here, what do we do? So developers came to me and they asked me, well, what does it mean to be on call? Am I going to get a call at 4 o'clock in the morning? Do I have access? All these developers were really freaking out. And the same thing with operations folks. Operations folks were freaking out too. They said, what's source control? What is a code review? What's Git? You want me to pull something? So a lot of people are like, well, I'm not a coder. What are you going to do? Fire me? Or they're asking questions like, what's a Jira? So, so stop, relax. You're not going to become a DevOps guru overnight. So don't worry about that. Take what you do know and expand on it. Continue doing what it is that you do well, and share that with others. As a few people have said earlier today, it's about sharing. So as an operations person, develop your scripting skills. Go from Bash or work your way up to Perl, do some Python, some PHP, try out the new languages. So look at the different development life cycles, Agile, Waterfall, and try to figure out the differences between them. As a developer, imagine everything is on fire all the time, every day. So just another thing to note too, when you go into operations, when you press the enter key, you could be costing the company millions of dollars. So as a DevOps person, that's something that you want to engineer out of your company model. So some common concerns, you're not going to automate yourself out of a job. And if any of these were true, you guys wouldn't be here. So don't really worry about signing up for this. You're already in it. So becoming useful quickly. Again, work on those skills that you have, but share it with your teammates. If you're a developer, teach your operations folks how to code. If you're an operations person, teach the developers about the operating system. Don't be afraid to experience the other side. You're one team. DevOps is really a marriage between development and operations. So it's not about throwing stuff over the fence. There is no fence anymore. You're one team. You're all part of the same team. You're all different cogs of the same machine. So share those. Your weakness could be your colleague's strength. So play on that. Share your strengths, and yeah, kind of went too fast. So becoming a manager. I recently became a manager, and that was really interesting. It's a DevOps manager, getting development folks in the house and operations people in the house into to DevOps. Imagine the manager you want to be, because you can't be that one. It's going to take some time, right? You want to prevent people from getting burnout. You want to get people excited about their new role. Being a manager is not easy. Getting headcount is not easy. All these things that I learned in the past few months, even going into DevOps. So several months from now, you're going to figure out your workload's going to be fantastic. You're going to get really good at coding. You're not going to be afraid of that 4 a.m. call. Great, but don't stop there. It's about continuous improvement and feedback loops. So continue questioning your skills, and you're going to ask yourself, what about a raise? Should I get more money? That's a question that you really have to answer yourself. I recommend that as an open space, we talk about pay. It's been done at a couple other DevOps days, but it is what it is, and you have to be careful. So things to take away: you've already made a great step by coming to this. I encourage folks to go to meetup groups in your area. If you're not from the Kansas City area, find a meetup group in your area. And it's a shameless plug: come to DevOps Days Chicago, where I'm from. So thanks again, DevOps Days Kansas City. And again, my name is Joshua Goldman. I'm a SRE manager at SecureWorks. And there's my Twitter, and you can find my slides up on speaker deck.
All right, thank you, Joshua.